Hi guys, hope you're well and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about saying thank you this Remembrance Day. So if you've followed us for a while, you will probably know that we are in fact part of an armed forces family. My husband Rob's been in the Navy since he was 16, so it's literally all he's known his whole working life. And then I've been together with him for over 8 years now, so it's now starting to feel like all I've known as well. Armed forces family life can be tough. There is no getting around it. We are in the middle of a 6-month deployment at the moment. We're literally smack bang in the middle. And it can be really hard. There's a lot of time spent apart, obviously. A lot of moving around, a lot of compromises, especially on the family's part. A lot of building up friendships in different areas and trying to adapt to different areas and then having to leave again and start again. So yeah, it is a unique way of life and it can be a hard way of life, but at the same time, it's a life that I personally am very proud of. I'm so proud of my husband and I'm so proud of everyone he serves with. I have a lot of friends in the forces as well and I'm so proud of all of them, which is why it's so important to say thank you each Remembrance Day. Rob actually marched in a Remembrance Day parade a couple of years ago and I remember being so proud. I thought my heart was gonna burst. I was like, oh, and Isla was so, I don't think Lachlan was on the go then. No, Isla was so proud as well. She just kept shouting, my dada, my dada. So yeah, it is so important to say thank you each Remembrance Day. So Remembrance Day is fast approaching for this year and it's a really special one because it's actually a centenary and it marks 100 years since the end of the First World War. This year the Royal British Legion are leading the nation in saying thank you to all those who've served, sacrificed and changed our world. And there are so many ways you can get involved and say thank you this centenary year as well. You can go on the Royal British Legion website, you can check out events and activities that are going on near you. You can encourage your children's schools to get involved, or if they're already doing something, volunteer to help. The Royal British Legion have some activity packs as well on their websites that have loads of ideas for you guys to check out as well. I'll pop links below. You could arrange a pub quiz, or you could research any of your family links and then tweet them or share them on any form of social media using the hashtag #ThankYou100. For this video, I thought it would be important to focus on a few other areas of people to thank other than just the armed forces. Of course, the armed forces are right up there at the top and they are the first people we need to thank and they're so important. There are also a lot of other people involved who made a huge difference as well, including children. During World War I, children came together in all sorts of ways to help the effort. And this included working in war factories, turning their school fields into allotments to grow vegetables and food to keep everyone fed, and also Boy Scouts and Girl Guides taking up extra responsibilities such as Coast Guard activities. Another thing I found absolutely fascinating was that children actually helped out MI5 too. So us girls are often known as maybe being a little bit chatty or gossipy, but actually during World War I it was the girls that were trusted to carry confidential messages for MI5 compared to the boys who were considered to be a little bit too excitable and talkative. I'm not 100% sure I could trust Isla though. I don't think Isla would be the best person to carry messages for MI5. Children had to grow up really quickly to aid the war effort. It must have been a really scary and hard time for them. As soon as they came out of school, they had to go straight into these sorts of jobs to help out. So a big, massive thank you to all the children who were involved. They definitely did their country proud. Another group of people who are obviously very relatable for me and a lot of you that watch me are women. Women did all sorts during World War I to help out. Before World War I, women's roles were often seen as being in the home, being homemakers, having children, cooking, cleaning, that sort of thing. But then obviously when a lot of men went off to fight, there were so many gaps in the workforce that women then stepped in. So they took on jobs that were traditionally aimed at men, such as factory work, transport and farming. In 1914, just over 2 million people worked in factories and environments like that. And then by the end of the war, it was actually up at 3 million, which meant that a lot of women who had traditionally never worked outside the home now had the opportunity to do so and gain loads of skills in the meantime. Today, nurses and paramedics are a key part of frontline medical care, but back then during the First World War, female nurses being on the front line administering medicine and things like that was a totally new concept, which obviously was a really important one and saved thousands of lives. And today it's totally normal to be treated by either men or women, doctors, surgeons, everything else. But again, back then, women doctors didn't treat men at all. It seems really strange, doesn't it? After the war ended, it was expected that a lot of women would then go back to the roles they were in before. When all the men came back from the war, they were kind of expected just to go back into being at home again. But what's great is that actually their contribution during World War I fundamentally changed how society regarded them. And in 1918, over 8.5 million women over 30 got the vote. So it means that it made such a difference in starting to push for equal rights for women. So a big thank you to all those women as well. So inspirational, and it's been so interesting to look back on everything they did to contribute. We need to say thank you. We need to never forget. It is so important that we pass on this message to our future generations, because the past shapes the future, and the sacrifices people have made in the past for us means we can lead the lives we do now. I'll pop some more links below for some more information, but thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. I know it's a bit different for me, but it's such an important message and something so close to my heart. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!